Yo, what is up, guys? It is your boy Deafness45 coming back at you with another daily walk vlog. I was actually going to do this live tonight, but it's really hard. It's hard for me to even do this video tonight, but there's some things I want to get off my chest, and there's some interesting things I have in my mind as well. Most of you know, Thursday nights, usually me and my older sister go and visit my grandma in a nursing home. Do it every Thursday. But I had some really shitty news. Try to make the most of a crappy day. I had some shitty news earlier this morning. That kid I went to school with, a friend of mine, who has 2 children, decided to commit suicide. Now, we all know life is hard. Life can be a bastard. Life can be a bitch. And there's a lot of shit we go through. There's a lot of shit we get put in front of us. There's a lot of shit that we have to handle within our everyday, day-to-day life we live. And sometimes depression can get the best of us. Sometimes our mind can wander into places that we don't like or we're not comfortable with. And I guess my biggest thing, really what I want to get across tonight is, and this ain't rocket science, but it seems like it is when you're in that state of mind or you're in that mentality. If you're in a dark place, reach out. I know it's tough. I know it's hard. I know you don't want to feel like a pussy or a wuss or a whatever. That's not what it's about. It's about getting better. It's about pushing through. And there are times in your life when you need a hand. You need somebody to help you. You need someone to help you get through. Trust me, I've been there many times. Have I been to the point of ever committing suicide? I wouldn't say to that extent, but I've been in some pretty dark places, as most of us have. I'm not saying I'm any different or any specialer than anyone else. I never would say that. But life is beautiful. And even through all the bullshit and the hard times and tough times, life is worth it. If you think about everything you've done, whether you're 18, 28, 35, 42, 50, 60, 70 years old, whatever it might be, think of all the stuff you've gone through. I think about today, especially, think about my grandmother. Think about both my grandmothers. This is all going to tie in pretty good to the topic on life and all that. I've been blessed to have both my grandmothers, both sides of my family. They're both 94 years old. Now, they both still get by pretty well. They're not crunched in wheelchairs. They need a walker to help them get around. Their days aren't the best. They got to be in nursing homes, so they're on their medications and whatnot at the right times. But I've also lost both my grandfathers at pretty young ages. I think both were, well, my grandpa Denson was really early, like 60. I think my 60, 65, and I think my grandpa Stranamo, my mom's dad, was about 70. My mom's dad on my mom's side, which is same, it's my mom's brother Davis, who we thought was going to pass a couple weeks ago or a month ago, and hasn't. He's the one that passed at about 7 years so, and I'm just shocked. We met up with my mom at a Mexican restaurant before we went to go see my grandma, because she's not too far from where my Uncle Davis is, his hospice, and where my grandma's house is right down the road from there. And this kind of hit me a bit hard with everything else that's gone on today. But what Mom was talking about, because again, I brought up that my uncle was probably supposed to have passed 2 weeks ago. And then he came back and he's been kind of strong again, although he doesn't have much sight anymore. He's still eating it every once a day. And we're trying to figure out why he's holding on. And I think we finally figured it out. He's getting to that point in his life where, and you hear about this a lot. In fact, my grandma, the one nursing home we go and see, she was almost gonna not make it about a year ago before she went in the nursing home. And she kept saying how she saw Willie, my grandpa, her husband, and in those times where she almost left us. And here's what's crazy. Here's why I believe that there is a life after our death, or everlasting life, however you want to look at it, whether you believe in shit or not. I get more and more pushed to it, and here's why. So, and this is something that I didn't even know anything about. But now you gotta remember, my grandfather, my mom's dad, he was an alcoholic. I would say he was a pretty big introvert. I feel like maybe I get a little bit of that from him and my uncle, my mom's brother, because I'm pretty independent. I push most of the people that care about me kind of away. And for some reason, I like to do things myself, which is not the greatest thing. I push women that love me away. I do it all the time. And it's not because I'm a jerk to them or I'm an asshole. It's because I don't know how to share the company with them. That's tough. That's pretty tough for me. Just a second. Hello.
Hi.
And why I'm bringing all this up is because, and I didn't know this, but apparently my Uncle Davis, he's been kind of going to the other side a little bit, you know, getting close to his death. And sometimes he'll wake up and he'll say, Dad wasn't there. Dad isn't there. Dad wasn't there. Talking about my grandpa, who's passed, who's been gone for many years. And he's brought up the fact that before his dad, my grandpa, passed, they reconciled whatever issues they had. And I guess there was some pretty serious stuff that I don't really know much about. But he says deep down inside, he knows that it wasn't really reconciled, or it wasn't even properly. So, I guess what I'm getting at is I think he feels that there's still something else that he needs to do to reconcile, and he gets bad anxiety because he feels like when he passes, because my grandma's still alive, and he wasn't married or anything, didn't have any kids, he feels like my grandpa's not going to be there, whether it's heaven, wherever it is, the afterlife. Feels like he's not going to be there when he passes, and it gives him high anxiety. You guys, it's really deep, okay? I mean, I may be saying this and just blabbing on, but think about what I'm saying. Think about what my uncle, a man who's on his deathbed, who is in and out a lot, who is going to pass probably any time, we thought a couple weeks ago, but, you know, he keeps holding on. And I thought he was holding on for my grandma, because I can tell you right now, she's probably going to pass. She's been hanging on for him. And she's got dementia and stuff. She doesn't realize how bad he is, really. She still thinks that at some point she's going to take him home and take care of him. He'll be good enough to take care of at home. And I think once that happens and she realizes she can't take him home and he's gone, that she's going to pass. Which, not that I want anybody to pass, but I think it's going to be best for her. She's getting very hard to take care of, and again, she's 94 years old. Guys, I guess the moral of this, it all ties to me as well. In my own personal shit. With my dad. I brought it up before. I did a video about, who's grown up without a parent, and also a step parent, father, mother, whatever it is with you. But hang on a second. Yeah. But it all ties in with me as well. My relationship with my father is not good. It's not bad. We don't cuss at each other. It's not that we don't ever talk. We talk. But it's not that father-son conversation. It's not that father-son bond like I feel I have with my son. Like I feel like I have with my daughters. And I've made damn sure that my relationship like that is not like that with my kids. That we are close. But you know what? As much as I want to fault him for it being that way, I'm just as guilty. I don't pick up the phone and call him every couple days, once a week, check up in on him. When we go on trips and we visit him, I don't really spend much time with him. I let him spend the time with the kids, even though I think he wants some time with just me. I don't give him that because I have a hard time because I'm not comfortable. It's sad, but I'm not comfortable. And some of this stuff is kind of stuff I talk with my counselor about, which I tell you I respect and I trust my counselor, and we get into some deep conversations, man. There's some shit that I tell him that I would probably never tell anybody. But there's probably one person that really knows everything, and then there's a few that know most. But I guess what I'm getting at, I'm throwing a lot in this. I'm kind of jobbling around because that's just where my mind is today, and I apologize. But this is how I cope. This is how I get through things. This is why I do these videos that some may call stupid. They may go, why the hell is this guy talking in front of a camera all the time? And again, I will be going live with some cool, fun stuff. So be on the lookout for it. I was going to go live for this one, but I felt like I couldn't do it with comments. And I couldn't do it with people I feel watching me at the time. I feel more comfortable just pre-recording it and then uploading it as a vlog. But if you have these relationships, especially with family or best friends, close friends, figure it out. Make the mends. And think about what I'm saying if you believe in any kind of afterlife. If you were to pass today, whenever, or if people have passed already that are close to you in your life, or were supposed to be close to your life, would they be there for you, or would they be there, whether it's they're physically alive or if they've passed, would they be in that afterlife with you, waiting for you? And think about it, because there truly is an afterlife. And there's a lot of, I guess we would say, work, unfinished business, if you would say. Figure it out. Whether it takes a day, it takes a week, it takes a month, it takes a year, it takes 5 years, 10 years. Figure it out. Reach out. And if you're somebody in that deep, dark hole in the corner with your arms crossed, shaking, or at least in your mind that's how you are, deep depressed, wondering why you're here, reach out to somebody. I beg you to reach out to somebody for help. And if that person is me, you can hit me on Twitter at IamDeafness45. You could comment on the thing and ask for my email. I'd give you my phone number if you needed it. But let's make mends. Let's live our lives to the fullest. And let's look forward to when our time is up here, the afterlife. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys all took something out of this. Again, it was all over the place and I apologize. But that's just kind of where my mind is today. It's all over the map. Tomorrow's Friday. It'll be a better day. We'll push. Mama said, through every dark night, there's a brighter day, right? Tupac said that best. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I thank you all for listening to me blab. Like, subscribe, put a comment down if you like, telling me how stupid I am or how much you like the video. I appreciate it all. Any feedback is great feedback to me. I love you. Be good. Peace.